You know, air fryers have totally changed the game in the kitchen. They promise us all that amazing, crispy, crunchy food. French fries, chicken wings, you name it, but without having to drown everything in a vat of oil. But here's the thing that might blow your mind a little. Your air fryer, it doesn't actually fry anything. I mean, think about it. There's no bubbling oil, there's no deep fryer basket being dunked. And yet somehow, the food comes out unbelievably crispy. So what's the trick? How does it pull this off? Well, that's what we're gonna break down right now, the simple science that's happening inside that little machine. Here's our roadmap. First, we're gonna tackle that big air frying misconception. Then, we'll take a peek inside the machine itself. We'll get into the actual science of what makes food crispy, put air up against oil, and see how the smart design of these things creates a totally unique taste.
All right, let's just get right to it. The biggest secret about your air fryer is that the name itself is basically a brilliant piece of marketing.
See, an air fryer isn't a fryer in the traditional sense at all. What it really is a very compact, very powerful, high-intensity countertop convection oven. You can almost think of it as a miniature oven on steroids, specifically engineered to fake the results of deep frying. Okay, so if it's really just a super-powered mini oven, what exactly is going on in there? Let's pop the hood and see what makes it tick. The whole process is actually pretty simple, but it's the power that makes the difference. So right at the top, you have a heating element that gets incredibly hot. Then a massive fan kicks on and just blasts that superheated air down and all around the food. It's this rapid, forceful circulation that's the real secret sauce. Now, this whole process is based on a scientific principle called convection, and that's really just a fancy term for transferring heat through a moving fluid. And in this machine, that fluid is air. The fan creates this intense, swirling vortex of hot air that attacks the food from every single angle at once.
Inside your air fryer, a centrifugal fan at the top spins and creates a low pressure zone in the center of the fan that sucks air up past the heating elements, which heats the air and dries out the moisture. At least it will as long as you don't overload the fryer. The spinning fan blades push this hot, dry air outward, where it's forced to flow down the sides of the air fryer and beneath the fry basket before being pulled back up through the fries. As the hot air flows through the fries, it doesn't just heat them, it scrubs away the steam and dries the crust. And because steam is less dense than air, it's naturally buoyant and wants to flow upwards towards the fan to keep the circulation going. This is actually similar to deep frying. The difference is that in a deep fryer, the erupting steam bubbles do the job of the fan and force the oil to circulate.
And I'm not kidding when I say it's intense. We're not talking about the gentle heat of your big kitchen oven. The fan inside an air fryer can whip that air around at speeds close to 40 miles per hour. That insane velocity is what creates such an extreme and efficient cooking environment in such a small space. Okay, but how does all that fast-moving hot air give us that golden brown, delicious, crispy texture that we're all after? Well, this brings us to one of the most wonderful bits of chemistry in the entire culinary world, the Maillard reaction. If you've ever wondered what makes a seared steaks, toasted bread, or roasted coffee taste so good, this is it. The Maillard reaction is a chemical reaction that happens between amino acids and sugars when they're heated. It's responsible for creating hundreds of new flavor compounds and that beautiful brown color. Now, for this reaction to really kick into high gear, you need a few things. You need high heat, and of course, you need the food to have amino acids and sugars. But the most crucial ingredient, a dry surface. Moisture is the enemy of crustiness, and that's where the air fryer shines. That hurricane of hot air is incredible at evaporating surface moisture super fast, creating the perfect dry environment for that reaction to happen.
This is Everyday Simple Science with Ray, your go-to destination for everyday science. On this channel, we dive deep into the origins of things and explore the what, why, and how of the universe. Whether you are looking for a science documentary-style deep dive or a quick look at how things are made, you'll find simple science explained in a way that anyone can understand. Hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video to other curious minds interested in everyday simple science.
So we know it's a super fast convection process that's triggering this amazing browning reaction. But how does hot air really compare to, a giant pot of bubbling deep frying oil? Well, in a deep fryer, oil is an amazing conductor of heat. It's dense and it makes direct contact with the food, transferring energy incredibly fast. Air, by comparison, is actually a pretty poor conductor of heat. So the air fryer has to cheat. It makes up for air's inefficiency with pure brute force speed. blasting the surface of the food so intensely that it mimics the heat transfer of oil.
And when you compare the two methods, the practical advantages become really obvious. With air frying, you're using little to no oil, which means way less fat and fewer calories. Because it's so compact and intense, cooking is often faster. And maybe the best part for a lot of us, cleaning is an absolute breeze compared to figuring out what to do with a huge pot of used cooking oil. This all leads to a question I see all the time, and it's a really good one. If the whole point of this thing is to cook without oil, why do so many air fryer recipes tell you to add a little spritz or a teaspoon of it? Well, it turns out that little bit of oil isn't really there for frying. It's there to be an optimizer. Just a super thin layer of oil helps conduct heat even more evenly across the surface of the food, giving you even better browning and crispiness. Plus, it helps all your spices and seasonings stick to the food, and it keeps things from sticking to the basket.
Now, besides the heating element and the powerful fan, there is one more piece of the puzzle that is just absolute genius. And it's something most of us probably don't even think about.
I'm talking about the basket. The entire design of an air fryer is built around one single critical goal: to achieve perfect, uninterrupted 360-degree airflow around every last bit of food in there. And the key to that is the basket's perforated design. All those holes. They're not just there for looks. They allow that tornado of hot air to rush up from underneath, cooking the bottom of the food just as intensely as the top. This also lets steam escape so you don't get a soggy bottom, and it allows any excess fats to just drain right away. It's what guarantees that truly even cook.
So we've got the mechanics down, we've got the science down. But let's talk about the final product. Let's talk about taste. Why is it that air-fried food and deep-fried food just taste different?
It all boils down to one simple thing: oil absorption. Deep-fried food literally soaks in oil, and that oil adds its own rich flavor and a very distinct mouthfeel. Air-fried food, on the other hand, doesn't absorb any oil, so what you get is a much cleaner, lighter taste that really lets the food's own natural flavor be the star of the show. Neither one is better or worse, just a different experience thanks to the technology. So there you have it. Your air fryer doesn't fake frying. It just replaces oil with science. It's a masterful combination of high-speed physics and delicious chemistry, all packed into one little appliance. Now that you know what's really going on inside, does it change how you think about using yours? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more everyday simple science.